Hello world, this is Gojo4 with you once again. I wanted to do a quick little debrief news thing about two games. First thing was The Division finally hit shelves, and I played the beta, and I did get a chance to play it, the full main game itself. I think, my opinion from the beta is still about the same as my opinion for the main game, because not really much has been changed. And I think it's, I'll start off by saying it's a lot like Destiny in many ways. But it's not exactly the same as Destiny. It has different faults. Then some things it does better than Destiny, some things it doesn't do as good as Destiny. And but you know what? I'll tell you, I like it. I wouldn't buy it, but I enjoy playing it. I've been renting it. I would honestly just wait until all the DLC came out and just buy the full version. But it's enjoyable. It's fun. It's definitely like, just create a character and do these missions kind of a thing and play with your friends. Like, if you've got a strong community of friends you can play online with, I definitely think it's definitely a get kind of a game. If you're looking for a Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six Vegas, Ghost Recon, I would warn you there. It is very different. Tactical missions with squads and stuff, you're probably not going to find that in here. It's kind of dumbed down quite a bit. So yeah. But anyway, that's my thoughts on The Division. And another thing, just a quick thing on Gears of War 4. There was an exclusive in Game Informer, and they were talking about the newest characters. And we do know now the game is set 25 years after the third game, and the main character is Marcus Phoenix's son, and he's joined by two other characters. And kind of in this world, the COG have reformed humans to live into cities, which they've walled off from the outside world. And so Marcus's son, I think his name is JD, he kind of leaves and kind of becomes not a fugitive, but he kind of goes off on his own. And he kind of is joined by these other characters as they've decided to say, screw living inside the walls, we're going to go see the outside world. And I'm sure there's more to it than that, but that's kind of the information we've been given. So I'm very, very interested to see where that's going to lead to. But I kind of like that idea already. This is a world that's rebuilding, but there's still a lot of danger out there. So hopefully we'll get a trailer soon. The beta is supposed to start pretty soon. I unfortunately did not get I know I'm a huge Gears of War fan, but I didn't get the Ultimate Edition. I just didn't feel like getting it, so I probably won't get a chance to play the beta unless they do an open beta later in the year. I'd really love to try it though before it comes out. So anyway, but what I really want to talk to you guys about today was 10 Cloverfield Lane. That's right, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now Cloverfield came out 8 years ago, and kind of after it'd been 4 years since Godzilla Final Wars, and we had King Kong, we had Gamera Little Braves, but those were arguably not as successful and or not anything that different. And when Cloverfield came out, it was like an original giant monster movie in an original style, and it really it kind of shocked people, surprised people. I'm not sure you could call it a massive success, but it shocked people. And it was the first film of its kind for kaiju fans, and what we thought could be done with a modern giant monster movie, really. As we kind of, then years later, we'll get into Pacific Rim and Godzilla. So with Cloverfield Lane, that was announced like 2 months ago, everyone kind of flipped out. Oh my God, Cloverfield's back. Well, I went and saw it last night myself. I've witnessed it. I'm sure many kaiju fans have seen it themselves already. And it's that. I'll say first things first. It's not what you expect. And I don't want to spoil anything. That's the thing. I'm going to try and keep this as non-spoilery as possible. But you've been warned. If you don't want to know anything about this, just go see it. But I will tell you, it's not what you expect. And if you walk in as a Cloverfield, a fan of the first movie, and you're expecting Cloverfield 2, don't expect Cloverfield 2. That's not what this is. And again, this might be spoilers, like huge spoilers, but to be honest, I don't even really know how connected it is to the first movie, because they reference it very little. I know that might be huge spoilers. But it has almost very little to do with the first Cloverfield movie. There is something going on, supernatural or sci-fi-ish, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. But there is something going on, definitely, but it's not really Cloverfield. But I'll tell you this, a lot of the movie does take place in the bunker. But the tension is pretty well done. The tension is interesting. The three characters kind of having to survive with each other. John Goodman does a pretty good job with the role. Mary Elizabeth Winstead she's not that bland. She's pretty interesting. It's a little cliche, like John Goodman crazy, and he's slowly losing his mind, and they're trying to survive while not being bored, and they're not sure if he's crazy or not, or what's really going on out there. And also, Mary Elizabeth's character, you're not really sure if she's supposed to be, like, vulnerable, and you're supposed to see her grow, or she's just supposed to be badass, because the whole time, like, she can make anything out of anything, and she can survive, and I'm like, how does she know how to do all this? And are we supposed to, like, be that worried for her? Because the whole time, after a while, I was never worried about her, because I'm like, she's going to be fine. She can get out of anything. So because of that, I had a hard time just being worried about her. I'm like, she's going to be fine. She's the main character. Nothing's going to fucking happen to her. She can get out of anything. Like, she seems to be like MacGyver. She can do anything. But they never explained why. She just kind of does that. And so it was like, okay. And I think maybe that kind of made her less interesting, because it was like, or not that her less interesting, but it made the tension in the story. If maybe there was more to the reasons why she could do that, if there was more character development with her, then she'd be much more interesting. The film would be more interesting. And then, of course, the big twist at the end, to me, was a little silly. And this, again, is spoilers, because it's not really connected to Cloverfield. It's something else. And I kind of thought it was a little silly. I kind of thought, oh, that's what's been behind this whole thing? Oh, really? That? It's a little bit cliche. It's a little bit like, when you see it, you're kind of like, oh, at least I was like, oh, huh, okay, interesting. I kind of wanted something a little more unique than that, but okay, that's fine. I thought, at least. But again, I can't really talk about it much because it's a lot of spoilers. But yeah, I'll tell you that it was good. If you walk in as expecting a decent thriller survival movie, yeah, it is. I think the ending is kind of the weakest part of the film, but the parts in the bunker are definitely the best. And I think the build-up is pretty good. It's just the ending really kind of loses it for me. If you walk in as a Cloverfield movie fan, you're going to be disappointed, and I'm sorry. And I kind of wish I had known that, because I probably wouldn't have seen it in theaters. So I would tell you, if you want to see a sci-fi kind of horror, thriller, industrial, survival movie, go see it. If you want to go see a Cloverfield movie type thing, I would just either watch it online or wait till it goes to DVD or something. Rent or stream it. Don't waste your money going to theaters if you're expecting Cloverfield 2. Just go watch Cloverfield. Do that. But anyway, that is my Cloverfield movie review, my thoughts on it, and that's about all for today. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I'll see you soon. Bye!